Okay, CS4900, Assignment 6 Networking. So we'll start off with demonstrating the functionality. You have to launch a server with the configuration like that, because I don't think I can change that port without changing the config there. But so yeah, you have to do that manually whenever you launch it. Uh, I could put them in different folders with round one, but I decided not to for this project. So on the start, you can see they're differentiated with the server and client up in the GUI. That's just done with the preprocessor directive. The just a define server or define is server, and then that just affects a couple things. That also changes what port it loads by default. It's not connected right now though, so if I'm on the client one right now, I move it around, it won't be synced. I can also turn it, the torso, and move it up and down with the arrow keys. Now if I tried to connect to the other one, it still won't be connected because the server is not connected. But if I then go to the server and connect, then they'll be synced. And once the connection is made, if the client connects to the server and then the server connects to the client, then the server will set the position. But if you do it the other way around, the client will set the position. And that's just because there's not actually any like authority that the server has. Sorry if the wind's loud. If you, yeah, I should do this on the client. If you connect with something that can't connect, you'll get a connection failed down here. And then because the connection failed, it's now out of sync and it won't listen. It won't listen for any incoming messages. Well, it will listen for them, but it won't update based on it because it doesn't have a two-way connection. Except if I press 1 on the left one, it will still spawn one on the right because I didn't overload that class. With that net message, but the other net messages will ignore it. And this is just a good way to connect both of them now. That's just a good way to test if that's working. They're synced. Sure not. Oh. And change the port back. Okay, now they should be synced. I press 1 on here. Yeah. So yeah, right now the torso is the only object that ever gets synced. I guess I can close it right now. That's all the features. I have this net sync class. What I should probably do, if I'm going to use this in the future, is instead of having this, instead of using this torso, I call it get torso from the new module, and the module just has a static torso. What I should probably do if I'm going to use this to sync all objects instead of just the torso, and it is safe by the way if it doesn't exist. If I do want to sync them, I can use, yeah, I can use just get glview and then get world container, and then probably loop through the container and update the position whenever anything happens. The position is only sent whenever it moves, so I don't know. If I was going to link it with this physics engine, then I don't know if you can detect if anything moves and then send the messages, because I have it set right now so it only sends it on updates. But because it's TCP, I guess I could, if you move it to UDP, then that wouldn't be as big of a deal because it also prints everything. I don't know if that. I feel like printing every single time you receive a message, which might be like, 60 times a second. It's probably a bad idea for performance, even if it's on its own thread. Um, yeah, so here's the is server definition. Basically, if you define what server, you should just name the module server. But you do have that problem where you have to launch it with the right configuration. This NetSync class, I might use it, but since it is kind of annoying to set up the server, I might not use it in future projects. And yeah, it uses the GUI to set up it connects the port and the address to the GUI so that you can decide when you want to try and connect. But yeah, I think it's pretty robust as is. Just need to sync all objects if I'm going to use this like with physics and with a variable number of objects instead of just one static torso in the new module. Yeah, that's all the features for uh, Assignment 6 networking. That's all I've got.